Your drawing skills are a muscle that needs constant training, constant exercise, constant stretching. You have to constantly be working on this muscle. It is the phrase, use it or lose it. So if you stop training your drawing muscle, your skills will go down. And that is true. I mean, I'm sure most of you have noticed this before, where you've been drawing for a while and then you stop drawing. And then when you come back, you kind of feel like some of the techniques you used to use, you kind of forgot. You're not as good as you were. And this is true. This is true that your drawing skills is not like riding a bicycle where you can just get back to it. You have to be constantly training it. Yes, you do need breaks, but the breaks must not be so long that you kind of lose it a little bit. You want to constantly be training your drawing muscle. And one of the ways of training for me is just consistently trying to absorb new information. And the way I try to absorb new information is just drawing from references, doing master studies, drawing from real life. Although I'll be honest, I don't do a lot of drawing from real life. I try to carry my sketchbook around whenever I go out, which is not a lot, if I'm being honest. And the idea of just sitting down in public and sketching, I've done that before, but it's not something I do quite regularly. And I need to get better at doing that, because I'm a big fan of hiking. I do a lot of hiking. Not so much now. In my country, it's winter right now. I'm in South Africa. So whenever I do hiking, I want to get in a habit of just carrying around a sketchbook, so that during my hikes, I can maybe stop somewhere, sit down, and just sketch. That's what I want to start incorporating when summer comes around. But yeah, this idea of constant training is extremely important for your skills. And like I said before, for me, it's just a matter of building my visual library, constantly trying to absorb new information, and just drawing regularly. Over time, your skills will improve. Like, say you're not really practicing the right way, which is something that I've done for a very long time. I was not practicing the right way, and my art improved. My skills could have improved quite faster, but the fact that I was drawing a lot every day, even though I wasn't focusing on the right things, there were some improvements. Like improvements in my line confidence. Like how I put on constructing a figure. I just kind of got a sense on what's the better approach for me to construct a figure. And that is something that I gained from all those years of drawing regularly, even though my focus was kind of all over the place. So it wasn't a complete waste. I learned, I was able to, improve in certain aspects. But of course, ideally, you want to be focusing on the right things. You want to be focusing on the fundamentals, studying the right way. Instead of doing master copies, you do master studies, things like that. But yeah, like I said, this is a muscle that you have to keep at. You just have to keep on training it. And it's a never-ending journey for me. My goal is just to keep on improving. And I would like this YouTube channel to be evidence of that. I want to come back. I want someone to come to my channel a couple of years later and just look at this body of work which basically highlights my art progression. And I think that would be a cool thing to look at. And I actually would like one day to combine all of my drawings during this journey into like a sketchbook. That is something that I'm actually working on now. Like everything that I'm creating, not everything, but a lot of stuff that I'm creating, I'm hoping to collect it into like a book. This idea I had for a while, but I always felt like, man, I'm on a journey of improvement. I don't want to take this stuff that actually represents my art progression, put it in a book and expect people to buy it because the art is not that great. I'm still improving, But then I thought about it more. I'm like, for me, I would actually like to own that book for myself, where I can have like multiple sketchbooks that represent my art progression. I think it would be a cool thing, even if it's like something that will sell much. But I think it would be cool to own just my own body of work in a form of a published sketchbook. So but that is one of my goals that I'm working on. Hopefully that comes to fruition in the near future. But I just this idea of drawing every day, whenever you hear people telling you that you should draw every day or on a regular basis, it is such great advice, and it works. It really works because you truly do get better. You do get better at everything that you do consistently. I've mentioned this in a previous video. Like, I only recently started talking into a microphone. It's been a month, almost a month since I've been doing this. I've actually started doing this on the 12th of July last month, which was my birthday. So I actually started doing this on my birthday. And that was kind of the idea, like, okay, starting today on my birthday, I'm going to start taking on this challenge of just speaking into a microphone, because I'm so uncomfortable speaking into a microphone. I feel weird. I don't like the sound of my voice, But when I listened to that first video that I did where I'm speaking into a microphone, and I listened to almost a month later now, listen to my later videos, I can tell the difference in my confidence in speaking. I'm still very awkward. I'm still not 100% confident, speaking into a microphone, because it kind of feels kind of weird. But I can hear the difference. I can hear the difference in confidence, So, and that is just a product of me getting up every day, doing it over and over and over again. You get into a routine and you kind of get used to it. So it's the same thing with drawing. The more you do it, you just get into a routine. There's always challenges, of course. There's always those days where you don't feel like doing it, but you just push through it anyway. So I would say just do it even when you're not feeling like it, and it is so beneficial. So despite how you're feeling, and I've mentioned this before, that the best way to push through those days where you're not feeling like it is to actually anticipate them, to expect them. Before you even start, you tell yourself, I'm going on this journey, and there will be days that are not so great. There will be days where I don't feel like doing it. So when you expect to not be in the mood, when that inevitably happens, it's not a shock to you. It's like, oh yeah, this was bound to happen. It's happening now. And I know that it's temporary. I just have to push through it, expect it. It's like going to the gym. When you start on your journey, you're so excited. And then a couple of days later, your motivation goes down. You don't want to wake up in the morning and go to the gym. But if you tell yourself before you start that there will be those days, and you just have to push through them. So when you anticipate them, you're not that disappointed when you're not in the mood. Because one of the things that used to hold me back is the disappointment in myself. Like, man, why am I not feeling like it? I started this thing because I had a goal, and now I don't want to do it. So I just beat myself down and end up giving up. How I overcame that was expecting those days and treating them as a normal part of life, a normal part of being a human being. This is normal. There's nothing wrong with you. If you're not in the mood, it just proves that you are alive. So treat it as such. Just look at it as, oh yeah, that's just part of living. It's part of the journey, and I just need to do it anyway. And you don't. On those days, just tell yourself you're not gonna try to create a masterpiece or anything. You shouldn't even be taking that approach at all. Expecting masterpieces. Try your best, but don't expect great results all the time. So when you get those days, just let me just do 20 minutes. Let me draw a face. Let me just draw a face for 20 minutes and then I'm done. That is better than nothing. And you'll find that immediately when you start, your energy comes back, because it's just that initial push that it's like the blank canvas. It's the starting that is difficult. But if you keep the starting part of it, less pressure, keep it light, just scribble something, draw some circles, and then draw a face or whatever, something that is so simple. Draw a very simple thing that you can easily do, and that will get you into the groove of things, and that is my approach to constantly training my art skills. Just make it part of my daily routine, and then keep pushing and just keep going at it, and try to make sure that I'm creating things that are fun to create. That keeps me going. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today, and wish you the best of luck on your art journey, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.